It is time for another week of ZTGD Radio. This is episode 900 for July 6th, 2026.
What a way to celebrate 900.
Hey.
Thank you.
No, I meant more with the news, but...
Oh, no, 100%. No, 100%, but yeah, it's...
Guys, it's episode 900. We soon won't have anything to talk about. This industry is dying. All right, everybody.
Right.
Cool.
We may not make it to 1,000.
20 years of fucking up. We've been here for it all. But on the show this week, we have Anthony.
I am indeed here.
We have Terrence.
What up?
We got the Wombat.
Hello there. Yes!
He's gonna try to do that, though. How you all doing? I played Dragon Quest. Oh.
I just want to say that I also think it's impressive that we made it to 900 episodes.
You know
what's funny about it being?
I hate this.
You know what's funny about it being about the 900 episode thing is I told my wife yesterday. So I didn't know that it was going to be episode 900 today because I lost track of how many episodes were on 17 years ago. But I told my wife after reading some of the news over the weekend, I said, I used to think back in the day that there's no way that we'd ever make it to like a huge number of episodes, like 1,000, because all of us would get old or disinterested or, not have time or, decide that this was a fruitless endeavor, which somehow we still have not decided after 20 years of fucking nothing. But now I don't know that we'll make it to 1,000 because I don't know that the industry will make it to 1,000.
That's fair. We turn it into
like,
fucking retro podcast or so. Like, we're
20
playing.
years from now, my grandkids are going to be like, "What did you say?"
I mean, that's all
do?
That's all that Ryan ever talked about, anyways.
What's that?
The most popular games from retro games.
Yeah,
the most popular game from 5 years ago.
I'm looking forward to him telling us about how Dragon Quest plays on the Intellivision. Like, I'm ready to hear that.
I would fucking love to play that. I have not found it yet. I need to find that. You laugh, but I will.
I mean,
I know you
will beat that game again.
Technically, that's a modern game.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess
console.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I mean, does it really matter if everything dies? It's not like we don't have games to play until we're in
that's just
the ground.
I mean, we'll talk about that. I'm sure.
Yeah,
Like,
we'll just keep repeating ourselves week after week because this shit just no one ever fucking learns anything.
I think I have now, 200 and some games on my GOG account, which is basically almost all free games that I've gotten over the years.
Yeah.
Mine. How many do I have? Hold on.
It's like crazy how many games that I have in the backlog.
Oh yeah. You could literally that doesn't even count shit you could play again.
And I almost never play anything anymore. So it's really great. I'm a really great fit for a video game podcast right now. In a way, I'm ahead of my time because nobody's going to be playing video games in 10 years. So
that's true.
Yeah.
So really, I'm a trailblazer.
You were there.
I'm a trailblazer.
You were there before it was popular.
The Chevy Trailblazer. Which brings us to our first ad. Because it's now a car podcast.
Like a rock.
I mean, we can't afford to buy a car. I don't know what you're talking about. Fucking cars are too expensive. Can't afford that shit.
Man. Who are you telling? I'm in the market for a car now. Like,
I'm sorry.
My car is dead.
I'm so
Brother,
sorry.
Listen, it's been, oh my God. Yeah, because we still have,
you do is you rent out your Xbox.
That's fair. That's fair.
No one can fucking afford one.
Yeah.
This is an idea, actually.
You can't buy one either. I tried, and so renting it out, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I noticed that was. I don't remember where we were, but I saw they were sold out of. They had a sign up, but they were sold out of Xboxes. Actually, I was like, damn! I guess everybody tried to get them before that increase.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everywhere I checked was like sold out, and then I finally found one, and like it said low stock. There was one left. I'm like, fuck, give it to me.
Damn, right? Yeah, everybody trying to get one before the increase.
Oh yeah, because the thing is the shelves will be stocked when they're like fucking $800.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody afford $800 for a fucking video
Guys,
game
our sales
system.
have gone down, says the company that increased their price twofold and
It's crazy,
over,
right?
what 7 years.
What was it? PlayStation up to their systems, and like they had the lowest sales they've had like ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, big shot.
Yeah, who would have thunk that would happen?
Who'd have thunk it?
And the crazy thing is, they're like, we'll talk about it later. Like, they're definitely launching in 2028, if not the end of 2027, with their new system. How much that fucker gonna be?
$1,200.
I can't. I'm sorry, I can't.
It's
Yeah,
going to
so-
be $1,200. I think it's going to be $1,200. I can see $1,200.
Yeah, so I'm gonna share
Apply-
I'm gonna share something that I heard recently about a non-video game related topic, and you guys can decide if it's at all applicable to the video game industry. But it was a conversation actually about WWE's ticket prices and how fucking crazy sky high their ticket prices have gotten over the last 10 years. And the point that was made was that, well, of course they got more expensive because they sat and watched StubHub resell their tickets, and they watched how many people were willing to pay 2 and 3 times face value for these tickets, and said, well, why the fuck would we let StubHub make that money? If people are willing to pay that, well, then fuck it. We'll just charge that.
I mean, that's been
very relevant. Yes.
concerts, right?
Yeah.
Like concerts have had the same issue where I wish Dan were here right now because in the Stone Age Gamer podcast Discord, where all the listeners talk and everything, there was a dude that was defending scalping who called himself Richie Rich, by the way, and he insisted that scalpers, he insisted scalpers served a function in society, and it's like, no, they're a speed bump of a human being, and unfortunately, because those speed bumps are there, like, it has fucked everything up, where now, Ticketmaster, notoriously, the CEO says we should be charging even more. And it's like, I thought the idea was to sell the tickets. And I guess, in some cases, they do sell, like, Taylor Swift. But, like, there's a bunch of artists that, I cannot remember what they call it. But they call it, was it the Blue Seat Flu? Where it's the fact of that, we've come down with an illness and we're canceling the tour because we can't sell enough tickets. Yeah, I can tell you why. It costs too fucking much. And unfortunately, it's not necessarily that artist's decision either, because part of it is venue, and the venues are tied to Ticketmaster, which is bullshit. I know we've been told not to get political on the podcast, but you know who didn't stop the Ticketmaster bullshit? The current administration. That needs to be and it's been going on for a while, so it's not like the Dems have much to say about it either. But it's just he did put an end to whatever was going on currently. I can't remember when that fucking was. Last year, I think there was an attempt to fucking shut that shit down. As much as I don't like the equivalent of senator, my premier of Ontario, he put in a rule because of FIFA resales. So there's a limit to how much you can resell a ticket for. Because obviously scalping was going to be a big issue. But yeah, everything is just too much money, and there's people like Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards, same issue.
Oh
Like, it's just
yeah,
everything is being someone is putting their foot in the way to make themselves a quote unquote necessity, when in reality, if you weren't there, I could just get the fucking thing.
Well, I
Oh
don't
well,
think
it would have been someone
scalping.
else.
I don't think
Cool.
scalping will be an issue with the new console prices.
No, but that also helps Bennett. Like what I think Ryan was saying was like some of it is like, hey, the Sony PlayStation 5 sold for like $1,000 on launch because people were buying from scalpers,
Mhm.
and
So why don't we make that money?
why don't we make that money instead? And it's like, I get it, that logic to some extent, but it's kind of like the same reason why I think digital game prices should be fucking lower. Well, because you're not paying for any retail space or physical
Right.
product manufacturing. So, like,
Mhm.
no one actually has to sit here and sell the game to you. You just click a thing and it's done.
Mhm.
Right? Oh, and before someone comes in and says, well, somebody has to do the network thing, like, it's far less hands-on than a retail service front. Right? You're not paying for fucking the lights on top of that and everything like that. You know what I mean? So it's
Mhm.
just and rental space, a physical location, and paying someone to be there. It's like, no, well, you own the server lot, and someone does your standard thing that you'd be doing anyways because you do run a larger storefront. It's not like, hey, we have to choose which games we're actually going to stock because we only have so much floor space. So, yeah, the whole thing is dumb, and we'll probably get more into it. But yes, Ryan, it is, I think, very apt to answer your question with a rant.
That's crazy. That's where we started. I forgot where we even went. When
I was gonna
No,
say
it's just,
we
it's
ain't
like,
even got into the meat and potatoes yet. Let's
it's
we were
just,
in the meat. Like,
welcome to the most fucking bummer of a podcast, everybody.
Well, I
It's
mean,
another week of misery.
this is a gaming podcast, and I don't know if you noticed, but it's been a bummer of a week in gaming.
Well, that too.
Yes, it has
definitely
been.
has.
Like, I don't think there was any good. I saw there was a new Shantae coming, but other than that, I don't think there was good news this week. Like,
I don't. No, I don't. I don't think I read anything good.
yeah, but we'll figure that out when we get to news. Let's start with video games. Anthony, you want to kick us off?
Lego Batman.
That's what I thought.
Hell yeah.
I did actually. So, went on Temu
Oh no!
and
Did you buy some steaks? Did you grill those?
I hope you didn't eat them.
I'm sorry.
Shit.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let's roll back there. What?
Yeah,
Bro, yeah, they sell meat on
Yeah.
Temu. You can
No,
buy
Temu meat.
Hold on. I don't know if that's available in Canada, but
It shouldn't be any shock because if anybody lives near like a Dollar General or something, they sell fucking meat there.
They do.
I know. Listen, I've seen
Yes.
the Dollar Tree steaks.
Yeah, no, thank you.
No. Maybe for like a steak
They
sandwich or
do not
something.
sell-
But like
No.
I
they
would.
do not- that must be-
I wouldn't
that must be
consume
because,
any
like-
meat from a Dollar Tree. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I don't know, man. I'm willing to test it.
Test it, make a sandwich.
You're
but
young.
Um,
You're young. Your stomach can
I'm
handle
not-
that
oh,
shit.
no.
I also
Mine
don't want to
can't.
live.
That's Christ.
What was I going to say? They do not have it, but I'm wondering if it's one of those Temu selling it, but it's actually like a local thing that they buy from and send it to you. Because like some of the
it
stuff
might
comes
be.
from Amazon.
Yeah, it might
So-
be. I just
No.
thought that
Anyways,
was crazy that you could.
I bought
even
some
get-
sunglasses and some other stuff, but the reason, the video game related one is I paid far less for a plastic VR headset adapter for my Switch 2. So I could try the Virtual Boy games.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. It lasts about 10 minutes, so you're like, yeah, this
you're like, so that was the thing.
was
All
a
right.
thing.
So I'm gonna say it now. I thought I had played Virtual Boy Wario Land. I clearly have not, and that was a fake memory I had. Like I emulated, of course. I've never actually touched a real Virtual Boy. I've seen them. I've just had no interest. Wow, the sprite works really good. God damn it, it plays like the first Wario Land.
Yeah, these games weren't
I-
exactly like.
No, I was hoping it would play more like I thought it played more like the second one. No. Because those games are very different. And I don't love Wario Land 1. So clearly I'd watched gameplay of it and just never really, it was like, oh, I just gotta play it. Yeah, and then 3D Tetris is so goddamn slow.
Mm-hmm. It has to be, otherwise it'd make kids sick.
I don't even
No,
remember
fuck
that
the
one.
kids. That's the one that's like it's Weltris, I think. I think it's
okay.
Weltris is the name that it would eventually take.
Yeah. We need to clip that, by the way. I'm gonna have to make
What?
that
I mean,
happen. That was good.
it's not the first time.
Anthony,
I'm
not
assuming-
in Wu-Tang.
Right.
Yeah, no, correct. Like, no, my eyes. Fuck off. Just shoot red lasers into them. Yeah, I mean, I'm more interested, and I just haven't tried it yet, to see what Breath of the Wild will look like in that mode with the boost mode on.
Wait.
It's
What? Breath of the
Breath of
Wild?
the Wild had Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey. I think Super Mario Odyssey, it's not the whole game. Breath of the Wild, I don't know why you would, but
It was
I
the
think you would
Labo
play it all
shit, Terrence.
Yeah, the Labo attachment.
Oh, because I was like,
It's basically made it like
Why?
virtual reality kind of stuff. Yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
So,
Huh.
yeah. Just because of how big that world is, I'd be curious to know how the fuck that works. But yeah, Super Mario Odyssey, I think it's just a couple levels you can play. I don't know, I'll probably do that too. But it cost me far less to get like a plastic actual headset than it did. Like, it would cost me about the same as buying the cardboard one shipped. Like, I'm like, all right, well, this one's like actually like got like a full head strap to, which is weird on your head, which I just laid back in bed and had it next to my face.
I'll pull it out some
Jesus
trapped.
Christ, man.
Pull out some trapped for you.
Trapped sucks. Trapped sucks. The people that are in Trapped sucks.
I learned so much on this show. Every week I go back to my wife, who is a Caucasian, and I'm like, hey, today I learned about this group. And she's like, oh yeah, I remember this band. I'm like, yeah.
Do you like new metal from the 2000s? No? Well, you're probably thinking about Trapped. God damn.
Man, the Bernal.
There's so many better options.
That living
be stuck in my
infamy.
head for the rest of the day.
I mean, it was memorable because you never forgot it.
I've heard that
always there.
riff, that sound, but I don't know the band or the song or any of that, but I think that you just emulated, I'm sure I've heard.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it
You
also
couldn't
sounds
move
like
in the
the,
90s without hearing that sort of 2000s or whatever the fuck that shit came out.
It also sort of
that
sounds
song
like
came out in 2002.
Yeah, it's early 2000s. Yeah.
It sort of also sounds like the begin when Ken does it. Also sounds like the beginning of "Can't Stop" by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh yes, it does.
That's probably what you're thinking of.
I'm gonna have to look up Trapped now. See,
Also,
my wife
no, you don't have to.
You know, you can. You're okay
It's kind
now.
of like you can just not look up the Red Hot Chili Peppers either. And
There
you're
you
like,
go.
but I know about the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And it's just like, yeah,
I
just
got strong. Keep
don't
you
Google.
out.
Anthony Kiedis.
Bernal, wow, 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 wow.
So we're gonna transition to a music podcast because video games are.
I mean,
Where have you been the last 20 years? This has been a music podcast.
The
We're gonna
90s,
take the mask
the
off.
90s dance. I don't remember when that was. Where we were
The CNC Music Factory episode. Yeah.
Mastery and full of jams that has to be pumped till your ears get sore.
Oh no,
From
it
Brooklyn
was
down
like
to the
later
California
90s than that.
seashore. You know.
It was like Culture Beats Mr. Vane and stuff like that.
Mr.
Oh,
Vane
Mr.
sounds
Vane.
like a host of some adult entertainment.
That's going to be the nickname for that Captain America skin.
That's true. That's true. The jiggle physics.
Yeah. Oh god.
Bro, that skin is crazy. Oh man,
That game does
Oh,
not
man.
hide what it really is, does it?
it doesn't.
It does
Oh,
not.
God, it doesn't. Oh,
There is a
shit.
skin that the guy has. Like, somebody asked if it was referencing the Rob Liefeld Captain America. They're like, is
Oh,
this
with
a,
his
is
big
this
box
a reference?
chest?
Just his chest just sticks out like
Yeah.
a foot.
I swear that's the only time I see that game in the news is when they're like, "Well, look at this."
Oh yeah, when they put out
Marguna
skins.
skins.
Yep.
My costumes.
Yeah.
Great news for anyone who ever wanted to see Captain America's package.
Right?
New Marvel Rival skins.
Like I listen, I'm a Captain America
The great
fan,
news is it's got flop physics.
and I've
Yeah,
never
you know.
needed to see. I'm like, well, goddamn, what?
I'm happy for him. I'm happy
The
for
gun
him.
of the Patriot.
Now he's happy too, apparently.
Yeah. Good for him. Good for him.
Oh man, Marvel Rivals. Oh god. Whew. Okay. Meanwhile, Overwatch over here was catching strays for showing Tracer in a weird pose.
Yeah.
Like,
Remember that
what?
controversy? Yeah.
I saw somebody online begging for what's the generic shooter guy's name in Overwatch?
Soldier 76.
Soldier 76.
Yeah, they were begging for a Soldier 76 skin, just like the Captain America.
I'm sure they were. Those are the people I don't like playing with. They're
Did
weird.
they use did their profile have a picture of their face on it?
No.
No,
I will cross-reference it with LinkedIn.
Man, you know what? I think Soldier 76 has a swimsuit skin, honestly, but it's not fucking form fit. He's wearing swim trunks, not.
I would not call that form-fitting.
I guess it's
That
not
is
really.
far more something.
It's
That
some
is
kind of
something else
form.
entirely.
I mean, somebody probably wants that for Ramatra, and yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
I want the swimsuit Bastion skin.
Yeah. See, that shit would be
Oh,
funny
goodness.
though. That's the difference.
It would actually. That would be funny. It just, and you know, I've yet to see that skin in game. Like it's for sale in the store, but I've yet to see anybody rocking it.
Well, that's not what you use it for, is it? It's hard to goon while you're gaming,
Right?
unless you're that company that hit up Ken recently.
Oh, One Hand Productions or whatever. I don't remember.
I got an email about that. I got that press release thing too. It cracked up laughing because it came from what is it, one hand only or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
You look at the screenshot for the game in the email, and you're like, "Yep,
Yep, I watched the trailer.
Oh,
and
I'm
I was
sorry.
like, oh wow.
No, I don't want to watch that trailer.
It literally, I'm gonna tell you what it is. It literally is a shmup. Those games that you play,
it's a shooter. Yeah.
And the backgrounds are these ladies who have they titties out. Like
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, that's exactly what those games are. Yeah. Fucking weirdos, man.
So weird. Okay, sorry. Whew.
What else did you play?
That's it
Anything
for
else?
me anyway.
Okay.
So.
Well, Terrence, we'll move on to you.
Well, I played some Marvel Rifle. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't want to hear about it.
Oh, sorry. I played Loop Hero, another game that's not really relevant. So.
I don't think I.
Great game.
What?
He just saw the Discord.
Yes.
That's the mask version of Captain America's swimsuit.
Yes, it is.
Please don't take off your mask.
Oh no!
Oh my God, that's funny. Okay.
Jesus Christ!
Right?
Looks like the dude from SpongeBob.
Squidward
over here. Sorry, I didn't watch SpongeBob, so I didn't know his name. I apologize.
Did you not really?
No, it was a little past my time, so yeah, I didn't watch it.
I got you. Yeah. Oh man, I love SpongeBob. Okay, so stuff I've played. So a lot of older stuff. Honestly, so since I have this open, I'll just start with this. And actually, you know what,
gentleman? This gentleman you linked.
Well, yes, but I'm still kind of playing those games. So Wolverine, I'm still playing. Man, I really am enjoying Godfather 2. Like I've put so many hours in Godfather.
Y'all
2
remember
like
when video games were good?
Right? Like I man.
Yeah.
Oh.
See,
imagine.
I'm playing up the negative position on this podcast.
Yes.
As I play Batman.
Yeah, tried and true formula there.
Right. But yeah, those games are they're a lot of fun. And then, so I discovered, and I don't know how long it's been out, but apparently they put the first Guild Wars game on mobile, like on iPhone, and I downloaded it and like logged in, and bro, my account from like my characters from years ago were still, and I was like, holy shit. And that's crazy. I don't know. That was just more cool than anything. So I messed around a little bit on there. Guild Wars is an excellent MMO. Happy that they're getting a third one. Other stuff that I actually played. Excuse me. So Marvel Snap, that card game. You know what? I feel like y'all. I don't think I really played a whole lot this week. Like I played a lot of old shit. Like I played a hell of a lot of Godfather 2.
It's also really fucking hot out. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, I didn't feel much like playing games because it was so fucking hot.
You just kind of want to lay down.
Well, that's it too. Like my office is like it's super hot in here. Like
same with
I
mine.
didn't feel like playing shit.
It's like the computer. I turned my computer off this week. It was, oh my god, like it was so miserable this week.
Yeah, it's been rough out here. But yeah, because I haven't played. Oh, hang on, wait. I did play that RV There Yet on Game Pass on Xbox, which it's so Anthony. It's kind of like, no, I'm talking to everybody, but you can relate because you and I played Peak, so it's kind of like that. But the difference is you're not climbing a mountain; you instead have to drive an RV like down a mountain, essentially, to get home. And so you'll run into different stuff where you got to like use a winch. You have to there's like a broken bridge where you have to line these boards up, perfectly, and then carefully drive
more stressful than.
Oh yeah. Carefully drive the RV across, and the RV is a stick shift, so you gotta go in the first, second, third, fourth. Yes. Oh,
are you a bunch of kids?
No, you're these short little you're these dudes. Like you have to look it up online because everybody looks the same.
So does someone have to pedal and someone do the steering and someone do the shifting?
No, they don't make it like that. There, that would be
that's
a lot.
Disappointing. That would have been.
You could light a cigarette and apparently it helps you. Like if you light a cigarette and you take a puff, it'll you get, which is weird, but you get like a burst of speed, and then it did something else. Because you find, just like in Peak, like you find a manual and you have to flip through it, and it the pictures tell you how to do the different stuff, and you just kind of got to figure it out and then go. Like there isn't really any real instructions. But it was kind of fun. Me and my wife messed around with it. But with 4 people, I can imagine that would be, a lot of laughs, I think. I mean, because I don't think those are one of those games that you really sit down I really just got to beat this dragon. Like that's really just more for fun than anything else, because it's crazy physics stuff is going to happen and all that. So, played some Dead by Daylight, which I don't know why I keep playing. Well, because my wife likes to play Dead by Daylight. That's why, because that game. Jeez. I did play something new, actually. I played, I forgot about this, Monopoly Star Wars Heroes versus Villains. So it's not like regular Monopoly. It legit is Heroes versus Villains. So the objective is to have the most, I think they call them galaxy points or something by the end of the match. So, normal Monopoly can take 17,000 hours because you got to play until everybody is bankrupt. The game can be finished in one round, one go around, or one go round the board. Jesus. They call it go round. So when a character reaches go, there is a mini game that comes up, and all the mini games, which much to I'm not happy about it. All of it is just rolling dice. You go, the battle modes and stuff is just you're rolling dice, and it's just whoever has the highest count. So these mini games does similar, where it'll say you can't hit 5, 3, and 2, but you have to hit all the other numbers, and if you can do that, you'll get bonus points towards the galaxy thing, which will expedite you winning. It has the normal properties and stuff. It's not like Park Place and everything. They're all Star Wars stuff. So Coruscant and Dagobah, Tatooine, shit like that. But when you purchase them, you get galaxy control points, 2. And then if the opposing team comes around, because every match is always going to be light side versus dark side. Like you can't play a match with a Darth Vader versus a Boba Fett. Like it's always has to be heroes versus villains, which kind of sucks. But if the other team comes along and they land on that, just as a normal Monopoly, they'll have to pay you rent, but then they can take control of that space. So they'll pay you whatever rent and now they own it. And then, stuff kind of switches like that. Each of the characters have a special ability. Darth Vader can, every 3 turns, he can summon a stormtrooper, which allows them to interact with a space that's within 3 spaces of him. So if he's standing on, one of the, Dagobah, and in a couple spaces up is Mos Eisley, he can summon a stormtrooper and basically get 2 areas on his 1 turn. So it's much more, I guess, strategy game oriented than the normal Monopoly. But I don't know. The fact that the battles that, using air quotes, is really just rolling dice and see who has the greater number is annoying. And another thing that's graphically, the game looks good. Like it's a very pretty game. When you land on a space, like the middle of the board changes to that area. So if you land on Naboo, you'll get like the sweeping shots from, episode 2 of that planet. You land on Dagobah, you'll see the swamps and, all that stuff. And it's really cool. But what will annoy people is like the voice lines. One, man, if these ain't the Temu voice line, that Darth Vader sounds so bad. And it's great because I could have sworn that when James Earl Jones left this mortal plane, he sold his voice for Darth Vader and said, please take my voice and be Darth Vader forever. Do we not use that, or is it just super expensive?
I was going to say it's probably super expensive.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, because this is chow. These voices are really bad. And they talk every single time it's their turn. So when it's their turn that comes up, they say something. Darth Vader will say something. I find your faith disturbing, your lack of faith disturbing, whatever. And then also they recite these lines with none of the context that, they have in the movie. So they just kind of throw it out there. And it's like, Han was talking to Leia. That didn't really make, okay. All right. I'm just going to play the game. But anyway, and then in between the dice rolls, the host for this game is C-3PO. He liked to chat anyway. And so he talk all the time. And by, I don't know, your maybe second time around the board, you probably have heard every voice line that they're going to hear, and now you're hearing it for like the 3rd time. 3rd or 4th time probably. So and there's no way to like turn it off that I've seen to like make people not chat so much. So I don't know. The gameplay I think is fun. I could just do with a little less of the extra that, I guess they thought people were going to think was super cool. What else did I play? I did not play Helldivers 2. I need to, because there's something new going on. I think there's a Terminated fight on there. I haven't been on there in a while. I did play some Ninja Gaiden 4 because we were talking about that last week, I think. And I realized I hadn't finished that game. I don't think it was specifically Ninja Gaiden we were talking about. It might have been like Itagaki or something. I don't know. We were talking about something about Team Ninja. Yeah, so I went back to play some more of that. That's, solid action game. I still haven't got to Ryu. And now, when you say, is that the end of the game you get to play as him?
It's like chapter 10 or something like that. I can't remember.
Oh, shit. I might be close then. I think I'm on like chapter 6.
Yeah, you play a couple chapters as him.
Oh. And then that's it?
And then that's it, yeah.
Damn, okay. Well, all right then. Yeah, played some more, Drug Dealer Simulator. I gotta send you that stuff too. I have those reviews ready. I have like 3 or 4 of them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I haven't played anything new for real. Just kind of
there hasn't been a lot
revisiting
coming out.
It hasn't actually. Yeah, it has been slow new stuff, but yeah, I've just been revisiting old hits. Oh, I did fool around in Grand Theft Auto Online for a little bit. That was kind of fun. They had a sale going on. And I had like $4 million. Actually, I logged in and they gave me $1 million. And then later I got 500,000 for something. It doesn't even say, it just said Rockstar is giving you this for, I don't even remember what the reason was. It was random as hell. And I'm like, oh, thanks. Yeah. I mean, whatever. So they had a sale for July 4th, and I didn't know this. I knew they had the DeLorean because I already have that car, but they have Speed Racer's Mach 5 in there, and it was on sale, and I bought that. I need to go have it painted like the Mach 5, but it has like rockets and a boost and a jump, like all the shit that the Speed Racer's car has, which is neat. And they have a Batmobile, like the '89 one. I didn't have enough for that. It's like $4 million. I didn't even know they had that. I was like, damn, I'm have to come back and get that. But I already bought the other car. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I played.
All right. We'll move on to the Wombat.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really played a ton, honestly. I've played, so I picked up a couple games in the Steam sale that have been on my wish list for a minute. One of them is a golf game called Golfinite, like Infinite, but with golf. And it's pretty cool. It actually reminds me of there's a pixel golf game, and I think it's made by the same people, honestly, because if it's not, they should sue. But Pixel Pro Golf is the one on iPhone, and then let me check about this. Does it tell me? I'll have to look and see if I can figure out who the PMurph Games. I think it is the same folks. But it's kind of a fun little pixel golf game, top down. It's got so in addition to all the normal golf stuff, they've got some pretty elaborate hole layouts, and then like there are obstacles or whatever on the course. So you'll see like a turtle in the middle of the course, and then he'll have a big circle around him. And if the ball lands in that circle, the turtle comes running across the screen and knocks your ball in whatever direction he hits it from. Or there's like warp holes on the course where if your ball lands in that, it ends up going through some random warp hole. It could move you forward on the hole, or it could move you backwards. There's frogs, and the frog will pick up your ball and spit it towards the nearest body of water. There's like scorpions, and they'll destroy your ball, and so you have to hit the ball over again. There's just a bunch of little stuff like that. But I mean, for $5, it's a lot of fun. I've been enjoying it so far. And then the other game that I've played a decent amount, and I think, Anthony, I think you own this too. Do you own Extreme Formula?
Is that a racing game?
Yes, I bought. Yes, I bought that one. That's the. I've not played it yet. That's the one that you sent me, right?
Yes.
That's the one that I sent to you because it was the
Yes.
F-Zero, sort of like.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the same people that make Spark the Electric Jester.
Yeah, so
I picked it up because I needed a third game anyways, and it was like heavily discounted if I bought both.
Yeah, and I think it was $5. Anyway, I bought it by itself, and I think it was $5. So, but yeah, it's so it's an interesting game. In that, and I think Anthony put it well in that it's kind of what an F-Zero story should look like if they ever decide they're going to make a single player F-Zero game. It's a very weird mix in that it has F-Zero GX style racing, and it has a sort of 3D platforming beat 'em up in it too. The racing is way better than the 3D platforming beat 'em up. It's serviceable. But I mean, you can tell that it's, small team. It's missing a lot of polish, the game is, although the cutscenes and the story scenes actually look a little better than what you might expect. But you can definitely see the seams here and there when you're playing the game. The racing, though, is actually really good. especially for $5. It's very fast. I will say it does fall victim to what you've seen from other sort of smaller scale racing games where it's got this tremendous sense of speed, but there are a lot of times where the sense of speed really just feels like you're playing the game on fast forward rather than driving something that's going really fast. I don't know quite how you fix that, but you definitely notice it sometimes on some of the tracks where it's like, I'm going faster, but it really feels like somebody's just pushing a fast forward button. Again, it's a visual thing more than anything, and I'm not quite sure how you fix that. But it's a pretty good game for $5. There's a bunch of like special moves and stuff you can unlock. The beat 'em up side of it is pretty basic, but it's a good little distraction. And the racing's pretty good. It's got a story too, that's kind of a fourth wall breaking story. So yeah, it was worth playing for sure. If you like F-Zero style racing games and you don't mind a little bit of sort of jank, it's worth playing for sure. And then yeah, I mean, not much else. I mostly have not been playing games. So I mentioned on the podcast a while back that I was learning Python. I'm also now learning Godot. So I've been messing around in that with my free time, and just kind of seeing what I can figure out in there. So I haven't been playing games as much over the last several weeks. Plus we've been busy. So, but yeah, relatively light.
All right. I don't think I played much new that I can actually talk about. I did play a little bit of college football, 27. That continues to be a very good game. I just don't know much about college football. So, oh, Wombat left. He was like, I said my games, I'm out.
Right? He was like, I don't know about college football either. Let me get out of here.
He saw what Drew sent me. Had to leave.
Yep, that was the line. That was. I'm sitting here and I'm like,
I've been muted crying, by the way. Just to...
I had to mute because I'm like, what? Did they change his name to Lemmy Winks? Because why is this happening to Stuart Little?
And why is he going to Peter Griffin?
That image fucked me up so much that when I
knew
clicked on it, when I went to close out of it, I closed out of all of Discord. I just killed the whole fucking thing.
See, his computer was like, no. See, I need a refresh. What is this?
Jesus Christ. All right. Well.
Anyway, college football. Yeah, that's a...
How is college football?
It's good.
Well,
it's very good.
It's better than that picture, I bet.
Probably. Yeah. No, I continue to like college football. I wish that I actually like watched college football, so it would make a lot more sense to me. But like the presentation on it's really good. So I'm hoping I always like to play college football because it gives me a preview of what Madden's gonna have this year. So
yeah. But
it's really good. I just got it when the 10-hour trial started or whatever. For the early access.
And you may not know, but I saw something on my Xbox, and it was like a $100 and some odd thing, and it seemed like it was like a membership or something for college football and Madden. Do you know?
And it's not a membership; it's both games in a bundle.
Oh, it's just a combo thing. Oh, okay,
yeah, it's like you can buy. You can buy this year's football package for like $100 some odd or whatever.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Whoa, what's?
Little,
you hear that?
Little feedback there.
Yeah. Sounds like somebody shaving while they got their headset on.
That's not me. I did that this morning. I'm already Shade my head.
My mic keeps lighting up, so maybe it's me, but I don't know what it would be.
It's a weird sound, right? Anyway.
Jesus Christ.
A game that I've been waiting to go on sale, it was on my wish list, is Layer Selection and Galactic Attack, which is part of the S Tribute series, which is Saturn games put onto modern platforms. I love Galactic Attack, so I was happy to pick that up. It was like $7 or something like that. So I picked that up, played a little bit of that. And then I got into... Let me make sure there's nothing else. Obviously I played Overwatch and Madden this week, but I got into a fighting game kick. I was like, I'm going to go play a bunch of old fighting games and new fighting games. And it kind of spawned off of Dead or Alive. So I was playing Dead or Alive 6 because I'm still doing my review. And I learned that like all of the stuff you unlocked in the original doesn't carry over. So I was like, well, I'll go unlock some of the outfits and stuff. And then I remembered how shitty the unlock system in that game is. So basically what you have to do is you play through the game with a specific character, and it unlocks parts. So each outfit has 100 parts, and sometimes when you beat the game, it'll give you like 75 of the parts. On top of that, so there's 2 steps to this. Once you collect all the parts, then you have to spend the coins that you've earned to unlock the costume.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and you don't get to pick.
Parts, and it gives you like 75. The first thing you think of was that's the amount of threads that those outfits have.
Yeah, it doesn't. You don't even get to pick which parts you get. You just beat it, and it's like randomly like, okay, you got 75 parts for costume 5. And you're like, what? And if you beat it again, and it might give you 75 points for a different costume, like costume 6. It's so weird.
Yeah, man. They really messed this up.
Yeah,
Jesus.
This game is, but it's so fun to play, and that's what hurts about it. It's like, how'd you fuck this up? So then I started playing some other fighting games. So I went back to Street Fighter 4, and I was like, you know what? That game has like all these cool ass anime endings. So I'm gonna go unlock all those. So I downloaded it on my PS5 because the Ultra version was released there. Beat the game once. Went back to the main menu. I was like, all right, let's see what ending I unlocked in the gallery. There's no fucking gallery in Street Fighter 4.
I didn't know that.
You can't rewatch the end. Like, it's a collection aspect in your brain of like, I want to beat the game and then collect the ending or whatever. You can't do that. You can't watch them. So I went on Google and I looked at it. It's like, yeah, when Ultra came out, they removed the gallery.
Huh. Okay.
Excuse me. I was like, well, that sucks. I was like, well, let me revisit Guilty Gear Strive. They got a bunch of DLC on sale, and I haven't touched it since like season 1. So I picked up a couple characters and was like, all right, let's play this. I boot that game up. It literally takes 3 minutes to get to the main menu because of connecting to server. And I'm just like, what the hell what has happened to fighting games? Why do they all suck? Oh. So then I went to play Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage. I was like, okay, this is my jam.
And it was great?
Yeah, that shit is excellent. I played a little MK1.
I want to play the new one.
Yeah, that's the new one. Or are you talking about 6?
No, I mean, yeah, 6. Like the one that RGG, is that who's doing it?
You know what's crazy about everything I've seen about Virtua Fighter 6 is I barely see them fighting.
I came across a video where because they were like breaking down each section of the game and like going into detail about it. And I know from previous conversations that y'all weren't really feeling all the other stuff that was really drawing me to it. You were concerned about the verses. There is a video where they break down the verses stuff. I don't know why I didn't put it in the chat. I must have been.
Do you know how concerning it is to me that is a tertiary like? thing for
I
them.
think I think that's one way to look at it, or I think the other way is that it's not that it's tertiary, it's literally their foundation, but they're trying to draw in other fans. Because like I'm just using me as an example, and I've been very vocal about it. Virtua Fighter is one that I've never really been interested in. I could never get into, but seeing the stuff like the kind of Street Fighter-esque or Tekken Force kind of combat stuff that they're also going to have in this game, I'm probably going to get it. Like I'm more apt to look at this game than if they just showed me whoever those characters were in versus mode.
Okay.
So that's kind of how I'm thinking about it.
Well, let me ask you this question: how was that Street Fighter 6 story mode? How was Tekken Force?
From Tekken 3 or Tekken 4, that was great. Like, what you mean? I'm not talking about Street Fighter 6s or whatever.
You talk about that beat 'em up
that.
from Tekken 3.
Yeah,
that thing sucked.
Was that it?
They made a
different
spin-off.
comes for different folks.
They made a spin-off of that. Death by Degrees. Oh my god.
Death by Degrees. Was that the Nina Williams one?
Yeah, that was so bad.
Well, maybe I'm looking through it with rose-colored glasses. I recall enjoying it when I was a kid. But more to the point, I mean, even if I don't compare it to those and compare it to whatever beat 'em up you actually love, let's do that. Whichever one in your mind that you consider great. That's what I thought it looked like. That's what it was appealing to me. So I was like, yeah, I might check this out. So, but if it was just the verses, I'd have been cut that shit off. Like, I don't give a fuck about no Virtua Fighter. So I think that's what it is. They're trying to bring in more fans.
Pick whatever you love, and that's how good it is.
That's what it looked like.
I like that. Yeah, because I was like, there's nothing you're going to pick apart whatever I say. So whatever in your mind is a great beat 'em up, that's what I saw.
I don't know. Every time they add one of these like side story like things to fighting games, it's like, oh, this fucking sucks. Like,
and it does. You're right, because the Street Fighter thing did suck. But I'm just saying that had me pay attention to Virtua Fighter. So even if it ends up sucking, I'm willing to try it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas before, I absolutely would not have gotten Virtua Fighter at all. So I think the Versus is still there, because I didn't even watch that Versus thing. But I'll find the video and send it to y'all, because maybe y'all care. I don't know.
I just want to know if it feels like Virtua Fighter. Like, I know the Yakuza guys did Virtua Fighter 5 Revo, but they had a skeleton. They had what they were doing. They just updated it. Like, this is their own fighting game, and I'm gonna be honest, as much as I love Yakuza and Like a Dragon series, the fighting in those games leaves a little to be desired. Wrong. You know?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not great. It's fun. I like those games too. Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, it's not. You know, necessarily top tier.
So we'll see. Like, I hope they have a demo, because I want to play it.
Actually, I hope they have a demo too,
because I'm concerned about that game. But then I was like, you know what? I just fuck it. I'm going way back. I'm gonna play some old shitty fighting games. That was my jam. So I went back and played.
Champions.
No, I did play it for like 2 minutes. But then I was like, you know what? I want to play some Toshinden, because people were talking about Toshinden somewhere. I can't remember where. And I played 1, 2, and 3, and then I discovered there's a 4. I didn't know there was a 4.
Was it good?
I don't know. I have to obtain it. It's only in Japan, and it was only on the PS1 in Japan. I'm going to try to find it. I'm going to play that.
Was that Tekken? Was it Tekken X Street Fighter? It had gems or something.
Yeah,
was that a good game?
It was Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Yeah. It's on
was
the
it good?
360 and the PS3. The fighting is good. The gym system is fucking terrible.
Okay.
By the way, I'm going to go on record and say that I enjoyed Tekken Force from Tekken 3. By the way,
you see, I did too. Thanks.
I just want to put that out there.
That's fine.
Maybe I'm looking through it rose-colored. Like I said, I haven't played it probably.
I was going to say, I think you all should go play it.
But
you should go play it. Just say. And then play Death by Degrees, because you loved it so much.
I didn't even play that when I played it. I worked at Game Crazy.
I'm not going to say that I enjoyed Death by Degrees.
Yeah, no, that was not a great game.
That game was literally spun off of Tekken Force, and I remember.
I know it was.
And I played it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so bad."
Yeah, I didn't realize that was spun off of Tekken Force.
Oh, but yeah, I like it.
Spinoff is doing a lot of work. It was what, almost 10 years later.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Damn.
it was PS2.
Yeah, okay.
It was PS2. Yeah. I mean, I know we've talked about it on the show before, but it's fucking crazy to me that Eternal Champions has 2 spin-off games. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Either one of them explain what that dude's shooting at?
No, one of them stars.
I asked that just for you, Terrence.
No, one of them stars the lady with the mask, the black mask, the shadow lady, and then the other one stars the 50s gangster dude, and is exclusive to the Game
what's
Gear.
the name of that? What's the name of that game?
The dude's name is Larson, but I can't remember the Game Gear game name.
Yeah, hold on, I'll find it.
I know the Genesis one was Shadows called Experts, but I don't.
Chicago Syndicate.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Damn, this cover go hard. I would probably pick this up.
Dude, the artwork in the Turtle Champions is really good. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
yeah,
give or take him shooting at the sky,
Look at
whatever.
This
but
guy's forehead. What the fuck?
Yeah, you flat top in the back. These look like the Tracy villains behind you.
Look at this motherfucker's forehead. You could show a movie on that thing.
Hell yeah.
You could.
It's rated kids to. Yeah, that looks like kids to adults, doesn't it?
Right? I would probably play. I would get this.
If that dude ever went missing and they tried to put his face on a milk carton, they'd only get about a third of the top half of his head. His face would be disappeared under the bottom.
He ain't wrong.
He's not.
Oh. No, that's pretty much all I played. I spent a lot of time playing Overwatch. I have joined the choir singing the praises of 6v6. Those games are so much more fun. Roll Q it feels like 2 different games.
Oh, I wonder where they just gonna get rid of roll and like just make 6v6 the, you know what I mean? Like just stop the 5v5 thing and just do 6v6.
I don't know. I still can't get in a game in less than 10 minutes, so I haven't been playing Roll Q.
Yeah, see, that's such a long time. Like, man,
like,
I know they see that.
Well, I think there's 2 causes to it. I think it's 6v6 definitely has a lot of players, but also at the same time, like the high level play, just doesn't have as many people or playing certain roles. So you got a ton of people playing support at the high roles in DPS, but the tanks aren't there. So it's the same problem we used to have when Roll Q was first introduced. Nobody wanted to play tank. So, you know, I go to 6v6, the game just boots up, and people usually flex, which is nice. So
yeah, see, that's how I like to play those games, and that's why I don't like Roll Q, because I don't necessarily need to be locked into a role. Like I got characters in every role, so you know what, I'll fall in where you need me.
Yeah, it's kind of the way the games play out in 6, and the 6v6 games are chaos, man. That's like, it almost makes me feel like I'm playing back in 2016, like at times. Except for that fucking cat. Fuck that cat. I hate that fucking character.
I forgot about the cat.
He's worse than the fucking hamster.
And I hate the hamster. God, I hate the people that are good with him. Oh my God, I hate that hamster.
Yeah, there's a lot of annoying characters in Overwatch where if you're playing against somebody who's good with him, you're like, man, fuck this character. Doomfist.
Yep.
Fucking the hamster, the fucking cat. Like, I hate you. Anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much it. What's out this week? There's a couple big things. We got college football. Doom the Dark Ages DLC. Disney Dreamlight Valley Honeyglow Woods. I guess that's
shit, that's finally coming out?
Yeah. Well, I think it's an update to Dreamlight
It's
Valley.
finally coming out.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced.
It is out this week.
Red Titans. Echoes of Ancrad.
Say what?
Dude, I'm just reading.
Oh, that's the SAO game. That's the
What is SAO?
Sword Art Online.
Oh, okay.
That's that game. Yeah,
I got you. Chemco RPG Selection Volume 10.
Volume 10.
Power World, I guess that's the 1.0, and Tower Dominion. Yeah. Like I said, there's a couple big names in there: Doom, College Football, Assassin's Creed, PlayStation.
How about that Doom expansion?
I never beat Doom Dark Ages because I got fucking bored, and I'd never thought I'd say that in my life about playing Doom.
Yeah, you weren't the only one that said that. There's quite a few stuff that I read online. I had a good time. I don't know why I didn't finish it. I think it was just something else that came out I was interested in more, but it was I enjoyed what I played.
I have never not beat a Doom.
Damn.
Never.
Well, that's.
I even beat Eternal, and we've talked about Eternal on the show 1,000 times. That game pissed me the hell off, and I still beat it.
Did I beat Eternal? I did. I beat Eternal. Yeah, Eternal is a lot. Like, Eternal is too much.
Yeah,
like,
when you get to the end of that game, I just wanted to throw my controller at the screen. I'm like, fuck all of this game.
Like, I don't want to be a parkour expert out here. I'm just trying to kill some demons. Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, good Lord.
They lost the plot in Eternal. That, like, what do we love about Doom? Solving mazes and killing demons. That's Doom. I don't need to be 100% locomotion while I'm doing 100%. Said demon killing.
You gotta hit that. What they call it? The kids call it flow state.
Yeah,
you gotta hit that flow state. Like,
you gotta hit your flamethrower, and then your melee, and then your chainsaw, and then your gun, and then you switch to a different gun, and then you switch to this, and you switch to that while you're jumping and swinging on the pipes. And motherfucker, you done lost me.
Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot.
PlayStation has the Caribou Trail, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok, which are 5 words.
I wish that would come to Xbox. Endless I want to play that
Ragnarok. Game. Forward to the Sky, Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger IX 1+2 Dual Collection.
Okay.
That's it.
Nintendo. I think I like. Have I played those Luminous Avenger? Yeah, those games are cool.
They're like Mega Man X Temu.
Yeah. Yes, actually.
There's a Temu episode. Nothing for Switch that's not on everything else. So that's it. That's your releases for the week. We will not say anything positive going forward. So
right, I was about to say, now buckle up, because the rest of the show is going to be a downer.
Let's start with Xbox, because that's what brings in the money, the clicks. According to reports, Asha Sharma has brought as a startup mentality to Xbox. Speed is the priority. This has been
startup mentality. She means they're going to announce a new startup screen that mimics the original Xbox, only in capital letters.
I find it so funny that for the first 3 months she was in charge. Like, there was so much conversation, so much talk going back and forth. She was talking to people on Twitter. Since they announced that price increase, zip.
Nope.
They ain't said a fucking word. This was debunked, that the Xbox price increase was thrown together after Apple announced its price increase. That is not what happened, from what I understand. They were already planning to increase the price, and in fact, everybody's planning to increase the price again next year. And I wouldn't be shocked if Sony announces a price increase too. But right now they need to let Microsoft fuck up for a little while before they fuck up again. Xbox is also testing a disc-to-digital feature that digitizes a physical game collection. The discs will still work after they're digitized, and you'll only lose a digital entitlement if you loan the disc to a friend or sell the disc to someone else. So basically the Xbox One shit.
Yep.
So when you're listening to this, it might have already happened. But the layoffs are probably going to happen on Monday. And according to a report, Microsoft plans to cut less than 2.5% of its total workforce, which would be around 5,500 people.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a great time to be a game developer.
No.
No.
or any kind of developer inside Microsoft, because this is
Or
for
any
all of
kind of
Microsoft.
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah, this sucks.
Well, do you have the Arcane stuff on here too?
Yes. The Arcane stuff that was announced and then bunked, and then it's a mess. So
yeah, it sounds like. So did the change in CEO get debunked as well?
no, that happened last year.
Oh, okay.
Like that was the thing about that. That story came
The
out
Machine
that
Games thing.
yeah, the jerk Gustafsson, I think is his name.
I don't know.
He basically took over last year, and
Gotcha.
somebody brought
Well, I know
this.
Arcane was working with them on the Wolfenstein games.
Yes. So apparently he took over last year. That story cropped up because, like everything else, everybody wants to report on Xbox right now. Because it's easy money. But he took over last year. This isn't new news. This happened a while back. There was also rumors that Blade was going to get canceled and Arcane was going to get shut down. That was debunked. It's a mess out there. We talked about IO Interactive. Microsoft has cut funding for Project Fantasy. A bunch of people there. Quoted here, we expect to invest about the same in content as we did last year. What's changing is where we're investing and the kinds of projects we're backing. So basically, a lot of those, we went out and got these people. There was Contraband, there was there was that rumored Wu-Tang game. You remember that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, all of those are probably gone. One of the ones that did survive, which is not surprising, is Hideo Kojima's OD.
Right. They're not gonna. As much as I'm sure they would love to cancel that game, they ain't canceling that game.
No. And here's the story about The Verge sourcing Microsoft wanted to cancel Blade and shutter Arcane. Whether or not that's true, it doesn't matter because apparently it's not happening. Unionized Xbox employees are pushing back against the company's looming layoffs. The CWA outlined some demands that they have for Microsoft, including 2 years recall rights, advance notice, adequate severance, and more. Workers and players are on the same side of this, and we're done paying for executives' failures. Hell yeah, that's the right statement.
Yeah, fucking yeah.
Another.
And it. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No. You keep going.
I was just going to move on to the next game that was cut. Was initially 1666 Amsterdam was going to be published by Xbox before they cut funding on that. There was a story this week that Xbox and PS5 pre-orders for GTA, PlayStation was outselling 8-1. Microsoft actually commented on this and said people should wait for real data and not clicks on affiliate links.
Ooh. Man.
I mean, they have the information, so they probably know. I still think it's probably 3-1. That would be my guess, 3 or 4-1.
Here's some hardcore information. You're increasing the price of your console and canceling a bunch of exclusive games, the things that will sell your console.
I don't know that I agree with that.
Yes, I agree with that. Like, what? How do you not agree with that? They're canceling games that would have been exclusive to their platform.
I don't agree that exclusives are going to sell consoles. That's not the way the world works anymore.
Well, let me rephrase that. You're diminishing the need for your console, especially when it's increased price.
I mean, that's true of every console, but I think we're beyond the exclusive sell consoles argument.
Well, I mean, we're at the point where I don't know what's going to sell a console at a certain point.
What's going to sell a console is cheap price.
I would say, Ken, that I don't know that I disagree with you in terms of what motivates people to buy consoles. I agree with you. I think exclusive games have probably the value of that has diminished. But I will say that, who doesn't agree with you is Microsoft and Sony, because they both just made moves to make more stuff exclusive just to their console.
No, 100%.
And then one of them immediately canceled a bunch of shit. So real good fucking position to be in. Like, wait until the data actually comes out. I have a feeling it's not going to be great in your favor still. So, like, not the layup you thought it was.
No.
Well, but that was always going to be the case because there is no secret. And that's where I thought you were going with this. It is no secret that there are more PlayStation and homes than there are Xboxes. Yeah. So of course there's going to be more Grand Theft Auto sold on PlayStation versus Xbox. So I don't understand any of this. Like, why even the bravado of their comment? Like, bro.
Yeah, like I just don't.
Well, I think it's more debunking like the extremity of it. Like 8-1 is not true.
Yeah, they like, damn, hold on, y'all, we ain't that bad, but still, man.
My point is debunk the fact that you just canceled a bunch of games that were going to quote unquote be exclusive, and you're increasing the price of your console.
I mean, that's just part of the course.
That's not going to push people to anything else.
But it's not, because nothing else is fucking affordable.
Right.
Like, they're not losing. They're not losing people to other platforms for this. They're losing
here's your
sales.
Value
period.
Proposition. You get Gears of War and Halo.
Do you know what the Gears of War? You know what the Gears of War thing was?
Oh, we got.
The Gears of War thing was to satisfy people who own an Xbox so they don't sell it.
Cool.
I'm just telling you what it was. Yeah,
I can see that.
I'm telling you though that like there's nothing that's going like. It's not the time. We'll come back to this with I'm sure the PlayStation discussion. I'll leave this be for now.
Yeah,
he's reclaiming his
underlying. I think the underlying point probably is that what I feel like at this point is the primary driver of what console people end up buying. Well, let me back up for a second. For most of this generation and last generation, the primary driver of what people bought was what did all their friends buy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it was as one or the other grew in market share, they grew even faster in market share because people wanted the consoles that their friends have, right? Where we're at now is that none of this shit's going to sell because it's too fucking expensive.
100%.
So what's going to end up selling is whatever is cheaper in that given moment.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That will play whatever the person wants it to play.
100%.
Like that's it. That's the only thing that's going to move consoles when they're $900.
Mm-hmm.
Is, well, maybe I can find a used one for $500.
Right.
That'll play Madden. Like that's where we're at. We're at the point where you're not going to convince anybody. Now I'm gonna cash this. You're not going to convince anybody to buy a PlayStation so that they can play Wolverine. Now I am super excited about Wolverine, but I don't think people are going to pay $800 just to play Wolverine.
You're 100% right. Same with Gears of War. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, same with Gears of War, right? Same with Fable. People aren't going to buy the expensive-ass consoles just to play that game.
No.
The exception,
the big boy,
is GTA 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are people that are buying consoles right now in anticipation of playing GTA 6 and are trying to find them as cheaply as possible. A lot of times secondary,
mm-hmm.
right? Used consoles, refurbished consoles, whatever they can find to make the leap. I have seen a lot of posts over the last, really, I guess the last week and a half since pre-orders went live for GTA, of people buying refurbished PlayStations or trading, their PlayStation 4 and a whole bunch of shit in to buy a used Xbox. I have seen, again, anecdotal, but I have seen multiple people trading their PlayStations or Xboxes in towards a PlayStation 5 Pro because they have a belief that GTA will be better on it. Although I think they've announced that it's only going to be 30 FPS everywhere.
It's going to be this
So,
game is going to be so incremental. It's going to be fine on every platform.
Right. So I do think GTA is probably the exception, and it's not an exclusive, right?
No.
But the console sales that you're going to see between now and November are, I would say, at a much higher percentage going to be used sales where the money doesn't go to Xbox or PlayStation anyway.
Yeah. The people that play GTA are very... They're not going to spend more money than they have to.
Right.
And truthfully, I think I think GTA is 100% the reason why Microsoft announced the price increase and gave you a month.
Yeah, and you know what? When Ryan was talking, I just read that's why PlayStation was making their branding look all GTA like. And
There's
I guess
a news
Rockstar
story
told them
about
to
that.
stop.
There's a news story.
Because they were like, you know what? People are going to equate this. They're going to pick up PlayStation. So yeah, that's an ingenious move.
And you know what
I'm not
happened?
mad at that.
Did you know what happened to that?
I don't know.
They were forced to remove it.
Oh, I did read that they were forced to take it down. But I mean,
I wonder
smart.
if they did that and Rockstar was like, "Whoa, hold on,"
Probably
because they removed it really fast.
We didn't side with nobody. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Like that was crazy how fast that came down. I don't know.
By the way, I do think to Anthony's point, shutting down a bunch of studios and canceling a whole bunch of games is a terrible idea. Not because of console sales necessarily. That's not really what I would attach it to. But I mean, Xbox went all in on how many studios they had under control, how many games they had under development, and all of it was going to be in Game Pass, right? Mm-hmm. And they've raised the price of Game Pass. Now, they did bring it back down a little bit, but it's still more expensive than it was. And now there's going to be less games in it. That's where I think they start to get themselves in trouble, is they have accelerated. They bought all of this shit so that they can make Game Pass a better proposition. Once they start cutting shit out of Game Pass, it stops being as much of an enticing proposition.
I agree with your statement. My biggest kind of counter argument to that is, I think Phil, he was a gamer and he thought that bringing in these companies and giving them carte blanche to make what they wanted to make was a good idea. I think it ended up being a bad idea because as much as I love Double Fine, what are their two contributions to Game Pass?
Well, Psychonauts.
Well, the Psychonauts was already in development when they were bought. I'm talking about what they made for Microsoft.
Oh, you're talking about since post-purchase.
Yes.
Kiln.
Yeah. Which peaked at like 100 people.
What was the other
The Keeper.
One?
Yeah, nobody remembers the Keeper.
Yeah.
Like all that money they spent, they got no return on it. Obsidian is a different story. They got a bunch of games out of Obsidian. That one makes sense. That's why they're probably not being closed. Ninja Theory delivered them what?
Hellblade.
And
Hellblade.
No, there was another game. I swear to God, there was another game.
No, there was. It was.
It was trash.
Yeah.
Blazing Edge.
Bleeding
that multiplayer
Edge.
game.
Bleeding
Edge. That's
Bleeding
what it was.
Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's be fair.
Like
let's be fair about Hellblade 2. It was a 4-hour game that took like 7 years to make. And it moved no needles. I love South of Midnight, but Compulsion took 7 years and $100 million to make that game.
Damn, I did not realize. Wow.
Like,
okay.
His choices made sense from like, what is it, the gamer mentality of like, oh, if I had all this money, this is what I would do. Well, this is now why these studios are being shut down, because they were given carte blanche and infinite money, and they delivered subpar results. There was no management from Microsoft on this. That was a big miss. Because, like, I know you know, Double Fine has made some outstanding games in their career. The 2 they made under Microsoft with Infinite Money, not so much. You know? And as much as I love South of Midnight, the marketing on that was terrible. Nobody played it. Nobody bought it.
Yeah, I mean it's a tough lesson to hear, but the reality is and this is always going to be the case with our current economic system. What all the fans would prefer the most isn't what ends up making the most dollars and cents at the end of the day.
100%. Yeah.
I mean, think about the way people think about the Dreamcast compared to how it performed financially.
Oh, absolutely. But at the same time, I don't think people will be nostalgic about the Keeper.
No, you don't know. You never know what people end up nostalgic about, but it definitely doesn't have the same kind of reception that you might expect. But you never know. You never know what people are going to be nostalgic about in 20 years.
Yeah. No, you don't. I don't know. I just know financially Phil made a big miss. He swung and he missed. I don't know if that's as much on him or...
Well, here's the deal. Honestly, so I agree with everything you're saying, but I'm going to take a different perspective at it. From my perception, the issue is not we took a chance on these Double Fine games. We took a chance with Ninja Theory. We took a chance with some of these other developers to give them time and space to make the games that they want. The problem is you can do that if you're putting out great games in your tentpole franchises that you know are going to make money.
Sure, which they weren't at the time.
They weren't,
yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's been how many years since we had a Fable game?
Too long.
Right?
360.
We had one Halo game in how long?
God, Infinite was like...
Well, hold on now. They had Halo...
yeah.
Exactly. Halo Wars?
Yeah.
Halo Wars 2. Yeah, that was the other thing, too. You had to get the entire story of the trilogy, you had to play Halo Wars 2.
Yep.
That means it's 4 games.
What about that Spartan Assault? Remember that piece of shit?
Oh, yeah. I think that
I remember that.
It's just...
Yeah.
Halo's been fucked up since 3. Or since Reach.
You can take chances on all of this shit if you have tentpole franchises that are bringing in money. And not only did they not have tentpole franchises, they weren't bringing in fucking anything because they were all free in Game Pass. So it's this sort of like double-edged thing here where the Game Pass subs were making them money. So you have to have games to put in Game Pass. If we've got to have games to put in Game Pass anyway, let's let these guys tinker with shit and make some fun stuff that we can throw on Game Pass. At the same time, all of our big, expensive, super profitable shit that we know we have to sell a whole bunch of to be able to afford to do all the rest of this, that's going to be in Game Pass too. And by the way, you're only going to get a handful of them over 15 years.
Or not at all.
It also would have probably worked out smoother had those weirder, smaller games been fucking consistent too, because it was like, hey, 100%. It's like 3 months and we haven't had anything from Xbox, instead of, hey, every month you're going to see something from the team, and, because Double Fine sort of does this, right, with their designs, where it's like, internally they have little design competitions, or used to anyways, and then they would do something like Costume Quest came out of that. The Amnesia Fortnite, where they split off into small teams, and Costume Quest became big enough for them to do more of it.
I like both those games.
And so it's like, okay, you had that opportunity, but then it'd be like 6 months and Xbox hasn't put out anything, and then they put out something and you go, yep. It's another one of those Xbox is shown up just to show up games because, like, I don't really give a shit about this.
Yeah, the other side of it is all that fun, quirky shit that you remember from the Dreamcast and from the PlayStation 1 and from the PlayStation 2 all the, shit that sold like 100,000 copies but was a cult classic or was super fondly remembered. All that shit was way less expensive to make 25 years ago.
100%. This goes back to the comment I made about South of Midnight taking 7 years and $100 million. That game should have been a 2-year project.
Yeah. Yeah, which is why the solution for all of us, if you want out of this, is to be perfectly comfortable playing games that don't look the way the current games you play look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which
that makes everybody's life easier.
Which is the one thing that people have said about Asha Sharma that gives me a little bit of hope, is that she wants things to happen fast and not spend 7 years on something.
Yeah, as long as I want things to happen fast doesn't mean we're going to hire fucking robots to do all the art.
Absolutely not. But it just seems to need, and I think this was Phil's problem, was that he bought it, said it, and forgot it. Like Xbox it's their responsibility to manage these teams and say, look, here's your timeline, here's what you need to hit. And they didn't do that. They didn't do that.
That sort of accountability. That sort of accountability is important everywhere. And honestly, it's sort of especially important in a creative field, because a lot of times creative folks will spend the rest of their lives tweaking shit.
Duke Nukem Forever, anybody?
Some sort of, and that's not. I'm not saying that's negative, right? That's part of what that's how a lot of creative people's brain works, which is what allows them to be creative in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, if people want to eat, you do have to have somebody saying, "Listen, it's enough. Like, let's actually make some money on this."
Yeah.
So that everybody can feed their families. And I know that gets a lot of hate, right? But the reality is you have to have both. You have to have smart, passionate, intelligent, and creative people that are actually making stuff. But yeah, everybody hates accountants, but you do have to every now and then have an accountant that says, "Hey, y'all, we got to pay rent."
Right.
I think I mentioned it last week. Go and watch. They're great videos, but Madular's Ultima videos, because at the beginning of every episode, and sometimes at the end, depending on where the story of that specific Ultima game ends, he talks specifically about Origin and where they were at. And a lot of fucking around and not getting stuff out on time led to them being bought by EA.
100%. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because
they could not,
the guy in
they
charge
could not sustain it.
Yeah, the guy in charge wasn't a businessman.
No, he wasn't.
And so
he did end up being an astronaut, but he was not a businessman.
Yeah, well. the businessman was his brother, who he still had some control over because he was the guy that made the product, right?
Right.
Like going back to the graphics, like there's a lot of detail in Lego Batman because I'm playing it, right? And it's like, yeah, it's neat to see like the actual like printing marks of the ink on the Lego people's faces. But let's be honest. Do we need that? Do we really need that? Right? No. It's nice that it's there. And I've gone over it before. The optimization of games is not even remotely close to where it should be.
Nowhere near
That's
it.
the reason why the file sizes are bloated. And it's like, well, the hardware runs faster, so like as long as we have the files a billion times over, it's easier. It's like that was a thing that like we did because drives were slower, right? Like a disk drive, finding a specific file, that's only once inside the game is a lot harder than something that's like repeated over and over and over again. Yeah, so it has easier time to access it.
It's a great point.
And it's like they haven't updated because it's like, yeah, your hardware is faster. You don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, it's a great point, and I think we sometimes undervalue the impact of constraint on art in general, but I'll say games specifically, and how much of a positive impact just having constraints can influence creative people.
That was,
And what you're describing at Microsoft is basically an environment without constraint.
Here's a great example. Star Wars. As soon as Star Wars and George Lucas had access to CGI tools, he didn't stop fucking with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And no one could tell him no, but he's not the one that made the two of the three original movies. And it's just he wouldn't stop fiddling. And it's like, you know, some of the most interesting electronic music you'll find is like the early stuff from like Kraftwerk, Yellow Magic Orchestra. It sounds like nothing else because they couldn't make electronics sound like real instruments. And now you can. Now you can do everything. But now you can also listen to everything. And it's just, I don't know. There's like an essay's worth of talking about it. But yes constraint is that's the reason why, like, when you see Ninja Gaiden's cutscenes in an NES game, they still stand out because none of the other games were doing stuff like that.
Yeah, it's also, by the way, and you know, financial commitment is also a huge part of this, but it's also why you end up with some really super creative shit coming from solo developers or very small teams because they are incredibly constrained. So yeah, it's a really, really good point and a really important piece that I don't think necessarily gets talked about because I think most people think, oh man, wouldn't it be great if you just had a whole army full of artistic, creative people with no limitations and no financial constraints or whatever? And it's like, actually, that doesn't really seem to turn out the best art. There's a piece of it that is struggle against
Megalopolis.
Struggle against. Yeah, there you go. That's a great example.
I mean,
yeah,
we have an example of this currently. Look at how many
Star Citizen.
No, look at how many games are coming to the Switch 2 because developers had to work with the constraints of the Series S.
No, it's true.
They learned how to downgrade these games by being forced to port them to the Series S, so now they can work on getting them into the Switch 2. Like, that is where the creativity comes from. And you don't have it when you have this PS5 Pro that can do whatever the fuck you want it to do.
And have a disembodied corporate leadership structure that just sort of floats around and says, "How much have you spent on this?"
It's just a
$200 million. It's fine.
On the wall. It's a picture of Phil Spencer on the wall that sometimes he slides the mouth out of and just pushes his lips through and talks to the crowd. So, when's it going to be done?
Well, let's move on.
And listen, one last thing I'll say.
Yeah.
Because I can already hear it coming. I completely understand and appreciate the fact that constraints also come with a whole bunch of negatives and bad things that also come out of constraints and crunch and all the other shit that goes along with it. Mm-hmm. But I do think there's something to be said for the fact that creativity requires struggle, and that includes, hey, you've got this budget, or hey, you've got this timeline. We have to see something from you.
No, I agree. There are so many games we talk about today that were made by like 10 people in a barn in 6 months.
100%. And they're great.
Yeah. And there are games that took 7 years and 300 people that you don't even talk about anymore. crazy. All right, let's move on because
human beings are kind of built, man, to see a wall and be like, "Fuck it, I could climb that."
Yeah.
That's just sort of how we're wired. So that extends its way through a lot of stuff.
So that's Xbox. Let's talk about PlayStation.
Oh, jeez.
So, PlayStation Plus essential games for the month of July include Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, For the King 2, and Crosscode. All right, now we move on to the other news. Sony said in an investor Q&A that it doesn't plan to sell hardware at significant losses, but they will monitor the market. They already increased prices outside of Japan, and they do not believe this has led to a decline in customer demand. Excuse me?
Xbox and PlayStation are fighting over a cake that Bugs Bunny has handed them, and the candle is a stick of dynamite.
They also said they are not done with live service games.
Oh, great.
Dumb motherfuckers.
That's what everybody wanted.
So
the live service games. By the way, we've just cut Bungie's employee numbers.
Right, like you're running one now that's not doing great. Like,
hey, motherfuckers, do you have eyes that work? How about ears? Are you on this plane of existence? How could you say this and be that dumb?
And then came the tweet. We'll do the first part is the fact that PlayStation is shutting down the PS3 and the Vita store very soon in Mexico, Honduras, and Nicaragua in August of 2026. LATAM and MENA will close starting late 2026 and everywhere July 2027. They tried to close these stores once before, and the outcry kept them up.
I think they're bold enough now to not give a shit.
Well, I also think they
we're
have
beyond the outcries now.
Yeah, I think they also have data.
I'm sure they have I'm sure they have the data, but I also think just seeing how they've been, even if they didn't, they don't give a shit.
No. And speaking of not giving a shit, Sony will stop the production of physical games in 2028. New games for PlayStation consoles will only be sold digitally and as code in a box. To follow this up, Sony's largest PlayStation disc plant in Austria is already reassigning staff to build other products like optical micro lenses. So this ain't reverting.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
I didn't think it was, but I think a lot of people thought that if they
hollered enough,
they knew if they hollered enough that Sony would bend the knee and be like, "Oh, we shall print disc, my lord." No, it's over. We're not. No.
They've also confirmed that games before 2028 will still be able to be printed, I guess was the story. So like if a game comes out in 2027, people can print discs for that.
Gotcha.
I wonder how the people at Limited Run and all those boutique labels feel right now.
They definitely put out statements. So
they basically have the Switch and that is it.
Yeah.
Man. I've been a person who's bought physical. Now I've also openly admitted that I buy digital and not. So, but I did bring up George Lucas earlier, and I usually bring up the Star Wars special, but like I just have one word for you, and it's McClunky. Like it's just this is the type of shit. So here's my issue with this, and this is a greater problem overall than just this particular situation. This will be used at some point to just, and I mean this in the actual terminology, not just bullshit lies, gaslight people. Like, this will be used at some point in some huge negative context because now they just own the media. Which has been the goal with Netflix, Spotify, etc., that they can control what you listen to some extent, right? Because if you buy a CD, as long as it's been printed properly and there's not some weird sort of piracy thing built into it, your player will play the CD. DVDs, Blu-rays, etc. Video games were already locked off, so it's not like they didn't have control. But now they can just change stuff, and you'll never be able to go back. So if they break a game in the future and never patch it, now that's usually not the way things work right now. That's just it. That game is now just done forever. There's no way to legally go back to an older version and get it. And that's the same with PC, but at least PC you can find someone who will fix it. But because these systems are closed off, you don't have that option. It's a mess. I don't like them. More than anything, it's not even like, oh, they're not making physical media anymore. And more of, they have full control over the situation now. Like, I realize I'm sounding like conspiratorial, but like it's hard not to be when they can just change shit because they own it. That's my biggest issue. And then like with the movies that they just took away from everybody, it's like they can just take shit away from you. They're not giving you your money back.
Did you talk about the clause in the PlayStation terms? And
no, I haven't even gotten there yet. The other thing is that now there's no price competition either.
No, not at all.
There's a lawsuit happening right now or whatever. It's gonna fail because all of them have failed essentially, except for the Apple one, which because Google. So that's the other thing too. Like as much as I hate Epic and I don't like Fortnite, and Tim Sweeney annoys the shit out of me because his takes are whatever Gabe Newell doesn't say, or is anti, he's for, which is a great way to have a personality and run a business. But they did rightfully take Apple to court because they were tired of Apple taking a fee for kind of doing nothing, right? And a fee for not just having the game on their service. That's one thing. But like a fee from every sale for currency inside Fortnite. And this, they took Apple to court and won. Now you can't sideload apps on Android. That's going away. So it's just, this is going to be a bigger problem. We're just not there yet, and I don't know the full scope of it. But like, it's getting thinner and thinner. It's the consolidation thing, but it's now the consolidation of where you can even purchase things, right? Because when there's physical media on the shelves and you need to make more space, you clearance out an item. Now that can't happen anymore. So that item is just $70 whenever, and I don't have to have a sale if I don't want to. The reason why they will have sales is because they don't want Xbox to get a sale that they might have. But that will be less of an issue when no one's buying the consoles. So.
We've talked for forever about ownership and what ownership actually is, and what an all digital future looked like. And this is it. That we can take your shit if we want to take your shit. We can eliminate access for you to re-download your shit in the future if we decide we want to. And you don't have an option. You have to buy it from our store if you want to play this game on your system.
Yeah, and as me personally, I know we're kind of 50-50 split on this show of who does physical, who does digital. As a person who is 100% digital and sees no reason to purchase a disc, this will also affect me because, like you're saying, this now removes one option. So now they have less incentive to, like you said, create a sale for a digital copy or make them available since the discs are available. Like, this affects everybody going down, and I never wanted this to go away, even though I don't partake in it. I also wanted this to be, there always to be an option for people who wanted it.
I think I'm more curious on, because I apologize for not knowing more about this. I don't think it's the same plant at all, to be clear. But I will be curious on how this affects just Blu-ray production in general.
I mean, even Xbox, because Xbox prints on Blu-rays.
Well, Xbox barely prints games anyways now.
No,
but
100%. But in 2028,
Right.
they print more discs than
Well,
PlayStation.
I guess they're folding.
That's true.
Well, no, I
That's
have
a
a
great
feeling
point.
they won't be able to print at all.
That's the thing. Is like, does Microsoft find a new disc
Which would be a
manufacturer if they
which would
even
be-
bother with them? Because let's be fair. In all fairness, as much as Xbox gets shit on, I expected them to be the first to announce this.
I
Yeah,
do.
I mean,
me too.
Yeah, and I mean they don't exactly. I mean, their primary strategy for the last whatever, uh, 15 years now. How long's Game Pass been around?
It ain't been that
Um,
long, has it?
I don't know. Time is a flat circle. But their
like
primary strategy has been getting people to not buy physically and instead
It's almost been a decade.
Yeah, it was June 1st, 2017 was the original Game Pass.
yeah. So that I mean they've been trying to get everybody to download everything digitally and you just play it on Game Pass. It's not like Game Pass is mailing shit to your house.
Well, I mean, if you want to go even further, they've been trying to get everybody to go digital since when did Xbox One come out? 2013? Because all this stuff now goes in line with what they were trying to do for the Xbox One in the first place. We're about to stop using disc. We're about to do a digital store. Like all this shit that they were trying to do way back then.
It's so funny
The
to
circle
me.
is complete.
That was Microsoft's idea, and Sony was the first to actually do it.
Right.
Also,
that's what I'm
so
saying.
there's two
That's
things-
what's funny.
There's two things that are funny about this too. Is that one, the price of storage media is fucking absurd. So
Oh yeah,
Right. Jesus.
you know, you're gonna have one game on your hard drive at a time. Enjoy.
Yep. Especially.
And
bring back the
because
Xbox
Sony-
Live 50 megabyte limit.
100%.
Oh God. And because Sony's the one that Sony doesn't just manufacture Blu-rays; they own.
Yeah,
Blu-ray.
it's their proprietary.
And
yeah.
so I like. It's funny. They might actually be just cutting Xbox off in some sense, and not
Absolutely.
giving them a choice.
Yeah.
And I'd be curious on the legality of that. I'm assuming
Hang on.
there has to be something
Question.
in play there. But then again, movies, like I know
I hear
DVDs
you,
still
Terrence.
exist, but they're not the best way to watch movies. But I have a feeling someone's going to start working on some sort of other format. I mean, at this point, just fucking... cost of fucking storage again. Like, I was going to say, just put them on fucking USB sticks, I guess, but I don't know.
What was your question, Terrence?
Well,
you were trying to get
well,
in
I
there.
thought Anthony. Well, I stopped because I thought he was headed towards what my query was, and he kind of touched upon it. Okay, I only know or read or whatever that PlayStation is not printing games anymore. You're talking like they're not printing Blu-ray discs.
So
period. Movies are going away.
They shut down a Blu-ray manufacturer in Japan.
Yeah, it was like 2 years
in the
ago.
last 5 years.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Now you're cutting off a major printing plant, which would be a large consumer of Blu-ray discs.
Right.
And I do not know. So the only reason why is because I could totally. So there's the manufacturing of Blu-rays, and then there's the actual like printing the data to them. I do not know what this factory in Germany does. It was Germany, right?
Austria.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Austria, close. I was in the relatively correct part of the world.
Geographical, yeah, you were.
Yeah. So, I don't know what that place does. I don't know if they make them there. I know that there used to be, like CD pressing plants and stuff in the area, so it's not like it's out of the question. But it's just as it consolidates, the stuff usually gets worse.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a reason why, and I get it. It's not a great thing, anyways. But I've gone over the history of it. But like cassettes that are printed now are all shit because it's only one manufacturer that makes them. It's only one manufacturer that makes the players too. Probably the same people, to be fair. But it's like they're the cheapest tapes you can make, and all the cassette players you can find are cheap. That's just the reality of it. Now there's still people printing CDs. Like making the physical CDs and printing them and stuff like that. But, there's a thing called disk rot, and people seem to not understand that it's not just the deterioration of the actual disc, but an actual, rotting of it, essentially. A shitty made disc falls apart. But a deterioration from the inside that basically corrupts the data is very different, and they look different. Anyways, a lot of that can be traced back to where they're made, not just how they're stored. So, yeah, as a physical media person, not so much with games anymore. Like, if it's older, but outside of Switch stuff, I don't really buy physical. I don't really play PlayStation or Xbox anymore. So, but it's just stuff that's going to be the problem next, is that you're going to have sort of the, I don't even know how to describe it, the lowest bidder doing the work to keep stuff up and running. There's a reason why certain record plants get bad names too, and that's a thing that's exploded, and there's more record plants opening up and stuff like that now because they have to meet the demand, and it probably will happen again, but records aren't owned by anyone. Blu-ray is, so I don't know how this is going to work. That's my other big concern on this front. It's not even so much the video games. There's a lot of, obviously, negative I already covered there, but with all the other things that this might lead to as well.
That was, I guess, my thing too, because I hadn't heard anybody ring any sort of alarm bells about the movie side of things. You were the first person I even heard really draw the the parallels or whatever. So I'm like, well, damn, why ain't the movie collectors up in arms about this too? Because shit. And you're right.
I think right now it's because there's just not enough known. But the fact that I look at it and I go, okay, but the Blu-rays are still just a storage medium, and then it's the way that the data is encoded that changes. But Sony is the Blu-ray owner. Right. Are they going to make Blu-rays? Is someone going to license the rights to make Blu-ray players? This is this type of stuff.
You don't have to have a license to make a Blu-ray player. It's open source.
It's open source? Okay.
Yeah, you can make a player all day long, but you can't make a Blu-ray.
But you can't Blu-ray.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's just stuff like that where we get into the, oh boy, I can just see this being a big problem. And when it comes to movies, honestly the best way to store them in terms of image clarity, and just versatility, being able to withstand elements, is probably a Blu-ray, followed by a DVD. And DVD can't do the quality that a Blu-ray does. So we might be fucked. And I know DVDs still outsell Blu-rays, which is crazy. But, for the movie fans, I could see, smaller labels only printing DVDs in the future because there is no other option.
I mean, it's a numbers game, like we talked about with...
So I'm just gambling on the heat death of the universe before then?
I mean, see, that's crazy to me when you say things like that. It's like, you can still watch the movie. It's not like the movie goes away.
Sure. No, I get it. I'm just saying, you can watch the movie. And listen, I'll settle for a DVD. I'm not that far gone. It's just one of those things where it's yeah, but I've also seen how, video over time degrades over the internet just by the fact that it's been uploaded and downloaded and uploaded and downloaded, and that'll be how we keep, because DVDs are not, Blu-rays aren't going to exist forever, neither are DVDs and neither are VHS, so it does take some proper storage and sort of moving them along. And if all we have left is a DVD, we're not going to be able to move as clear of an image further down. Does that make sense? I'm thinking far into the future here. Again,
man, I've learned a lot today. I learned George Lucas didn't write all the Star Wars. Do you know I was over here looking that shit up when you said, I was like, what? He only did the first movie? I didn't know that.
He wrote it, and then his ex-wife had to like fix the shit
Yeah,
out of it.
I didn't know any of that. You over here talking DVDs out selling Blu-rays. Now oh my God, this is an informative podcast.
I just want to say that if you still have, I have to question your mental capacity if you still prefer a cassette tape or a VHS tape.
Okay, see,
That
we
is-
talk about that. I was like,
yeah.
who still
Well,
get cassette
that's,
tapes?
Like, those are the
That's
worst
I
ways
think
to experience mediums because you have to fucking rewind them.
I think
Yeah.
I think I can explain to you the cassette where that popularity came from again.
Brother, we
I
hated
could not
cassettes
explain to
when
you
they
the
were
VHS.
new.
Right, but and I'll tell you quickly. A lot of independent artists would get their stuff printed on vinyl when that wasn't the cool thing because it was the weird thing to do, right? It was very unique. And then every fucking artist on the face of the planet decided vinyl was the way to sell their music when CDs
At
weren't
least
selling as
vinyl
much.
sounds better, though.
Hold on.
Tapes sound
Hold
like
on.
shit.
Hold on.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
So a bunch of internet artists, mainly vaporwave, where the actual quality of the music, like the audible quality, is not needed to be as high because it's supposed to sound of an era. The cassette is also linked to said era. That becomes popular, and then people go, I could sell a cassette too, and then you have Slim Shady LP on a cassette. Like, why would we reprint this? It already came out on a fucking cassette.
Right.
So they sit in stores and don't sell. But I'm just saying, like, that is where, like, vaporwave is a big reason as to why cassettes were coming back. And then a bunch of people said, I could do that too. Just like they did with vinyl.
I stand by my statement.
10 words or less. What is vaporwave?
How many words did you say?
I said 10 or less because I don't want it the whole long thing. Like, just sum it up real quick. What is vaporwave?
Nostalgia sample based electronic music based on 90s visuals. That's 9.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Because I've heard that a lot, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. Okay.
We're gonna move on. With PlayStation and Xbox are fucking up, and they're in a race to see who's fucking up harder.
And Nintendo just over here eating.
Who can shoot their
Well, Nintendo.
Toes off first.
We're gonna get into we'll get into Nintendo.
To be fair, Nintendo is Nintendo hasn't exactly been rock stars in this arena either, considering they're doing the game keycard shit. So
there is that.
Oh, I forgot that's their thing. Yeah. Okay.
I think that's the gateway
now
drug.
You can still buy some physical games on the Switch and Switch 2, or on the Switch 2, I should say, for sure. But yeah, I mean the game keycard shit is kind of just the.
Okay, I thought they reversed it. That's because I don't have a Switch 2, so I don't have a dog in that fight. But I could have sworn I thought they reversed it, and that's why I just kind of was like, oh, okay, I guess that's over. But okay, so that's still a thing.
That's still a thing, and it was so funny
when I'm aware it's still a thing.
When PlayStation announced that, people were like, game keycards are so bad now. I was like, it's the same fucking thing.
It's the same shit.
It is the same thing.
Yeah, shit. They can still take your shit away.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so let's do a little bit of Nintendo news. Speaking of Nintendo's fuck ups, there's an update for Mario Kart World. What happened to that game?
Good
like
question.
they haven't added shit to it outside of like modes and music. Like there's no new carts, there's no new tracks, there's no.
Oh my god, the other Mario Kart game had everything. Like Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, it feels like they've basically shut the door on that game. Yeah. They probably have that team doing something else.
That's crazy, man. That was the
Did it
game
underperform?
everybody was stoked for, and I'm gonna be honest with you. When I beat it, I ain't touched it since.
See, that's probably maybe what it is. They're not seeing a bunch of people online playing or something like that. That sucks though.
There's a rumor floating around. There's going to be another Metroid game by the end of the year called Metroid Ravenous.
Oh, that's definitely going to be a sequel to that horror one. What was it? Dread. Yeah, I liked Dread.
Which I really liked. I know Anthony wasn't a big fan of, but I really liked it.
I like Dread.
A new Nintendo Switch 2 model has been spotted with an updated LCD screen.
Knew that was coming.
Yeah, but it's not even an OLED.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, you did say LCD. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, because there was a bunch of people complaining about that screen. I don't remember what the issues were with it, but like it was one of those things where the Digital Foundry guys would notice it and put it in your brain, and then you'd see it.
Yep.
Kind of thing. I don't know. I know that Digital Foundry guy had a meltdown about the PlayStation stuff, and then like left Twitter again. Like. That's the other part of this is like these dudes online need to calm the fuck down. Like
preach. That's what I was about to say. All this performative actions that y'all are doing with all this, stop it. Okay.
Also, you're boycotting place. No, you're not. You're going to buy a PS6 day one. And also, I want to
together as brothers.
I want to give. I wanted to bring this up because this pissed me off so bad. The fucking Jeff Grubb morning news thing. When Sony announced this, how the fuck Xbox going to be on your mouth?
Right.
You blamed Xbox.
Talks too much sometimes.
No, you blamed Xbox for PlayStation stop making discs. Those words came out of your mouth. You said this is Xbox's fault because they didn't compete.
All Xbox's fault.
How? Well, actually, I told y'all my daughter's car. She got to put a fuel pump in the car. Fucking Duke controller was wrapped up in there. It's Xbox's fault.
Yeah,
Xbox
has enough of they have plenty of bad shit. This is not their fault. This is Sony going, fuck you, we'll do what we want because y'all motherfuckers will continue to buy it.
That is 100% what it is. Like you said it, that is 100% what it is. Like, yeah, I don't know how he
Y'all need to stop with this shit. I know the Xbox pays your bills.
It gets clicks. Yeah.
Which is crazy to me because y'all like, I want Xbox to go away. How you going to pay your bills?
Right. Because it's going to be peaceful. You ain't going to have nothing to
you're just going to be paying $150 for every game on the PlayStation Digital Store on your PlayStation 6, which ran you $13.99.99. I hope you enjoy that future. I hope you enjoy that future. That's a wonderful time for you.
Make it 99 cents. They was ignorant for that 99 cents.
Oh, okay. We're moving on to other news that isn't PlayStation and Xbox fucking up. Crafton has agreed to pay both.
Is there other news that isn't those guys fucking up?
There is, yes, there is. Crafton has agreed to pay the bonuses to the entire staff of subsidiary Unknown Worlds Entertainment after Subnautica 2's success. In conjunction with the settlement, CEO Ted Gill has stepped down.
Well, good for them. That is a happy ending to that story.
Oh, man. But
maybe not him.
But you can't kill people. Now. I'm sure he got a golden parachute.
Oh, I'm sure he did. Sure.
Oh, so Harada confirmed that the Roger Jr. trailer was inspired by the Kangaroo versus Man boxing clip. But obviously,
we all figured that. Right, we all were smart enough.
We talked about Koei Tecmo working on Fuji. Multiple Final Fantasy VII Revelation DLC packs, including Premium Plus Edition, Premium Edition, Story Expansion, 9 DLCs, and more have been listed on the Epic Games Store.
Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of DLC.
Mm-hmm. I bet it links up with Advent Children. I bet that's what the DLC does.
Sure.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I don't even remember the story of Advent Children. I just know it exists and it was supposed to be like the sequel thing or whatever.
You could probably watch it. You still wouldn't know.
Probably.
That's back when they were on that Kingdom Hearts jam where everything was like, let's not make sense.
Yep. Oh, God. I didn't even bother with outside
Speaking of Advent Children and my recent rant, I will say the new, I think it's called like Complete or whatever, is a better version of it, but good luck finding the original if you don't buy a DVD of it or find like someone that's got it uploaded online.
Got you.
Because
I think
there's an original take on it. I think I have the original it's like the second version of it, because they did keep retouching it. And I think I have the second version on fucking UMD of all goddamn things.
There you go. That's a medium.
Right. Man.
The Steam machine has its own red ring of death. Apparently, a user that got their system just over a week ago already has the reported, quote, red line of death, similar to the Xbox 360.
Apparently, he was playing No Man's Sky when it went off, and like Sean commented with that like emoji with the little like sweat coming down, like it's like laughing, whatever. But yeah, that's but yeah, I guess it's the GPU is
the
broken
GPU,
on it.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, that's not a good look.
Over $1,000, yeah, $1,000. You should be break. That's the reason I bought a second Xbox Series X. I'm like, when these prices go up, I can't afford to replace that sumbitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that's when something will break too. Like,
yeah,
right when you ain't. Yep, that's how it works.
As soon as these prices go up, all your consoles are about to break.
Mm-hmm. The disk drive already went out on mine. Like I probably can replace it, but I don't really use disk.
I was gonna say I
happened to get one.
The backup one I bought the diskless version. I'm like, I don't need a disk drive.
Yeah, that's totally what I would do. Yeah,
so
it went out.
It was $50 cheaper, and it's white, which I'm not a huge fan of, but fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got here? Okay, so we joke about Jade Raymond all the time about how she made that one thing. And then she just keeps getting, like, how does she keep getting work?
Yeah.
There's the male equivalent. His name is Robert Bowling. You may not recognize the name, but he was a former creative strategist at Infinity Ward. If you remember, he went on to work with Kojima. Then he went on to work on Dr. Disrespect's game that failed. And now he's opening his own studio called //18.bravo.
Oh my God. Didn't he? Okay, so didn't he have his own game he was working on that was going to be this big thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so this game, that game, and the Dr. Disrespect game both flopped. Never came out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I didn't think it ever released. I didn't even know he was working with Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, he was working on that game that Dr. Disrespect said was going to be the new standard for shooters or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, this the guy, this little
how'd that
bald
work
guy.
out for you?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, he probably lied about, attending an event or something. That's what happened.
Probably did.
To go along with the PlayStation news, there are several reports now that there is no disc version for GTA 6 planned at all.
Yeah, that's another one where people are like trying to hold out hope that they're going to be like, psych y'all, we're going to get you a disc copy. It's just going to be 6 months later. Like, no, I don't think they are, man. I don't think they're making a disc.
I love how people are so excited to spend $100 twice. It's awesome.
Right. Like, and then why would you even do that?
You know why.
I do, yes.
I'll put it on my show. Like, what are YouTubers going to do when Sony stops making discs? What are they going to stand in front of?
Green screens of pictures that they took from other people's collection offline.
You know what they're going to do? I'm going to tell you exactly right now what they're going to do. They're going to buy DVD cases in bulk and print out covers for their digital games.
Or that. Oh, wow. That's sad. There's somebody gonna do that.
I love how you're like, that's sad.
Somebody's gonna do that.
100% people do that now for games that like they don't have a physical copy for. Like, well, I need to see it in my collection.
Oh, that's a lot, man. That's too much.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I can't anymore.
Listen, it's your money. You know what?
You can't. They can't bury it with you. Why not?
Right. You can't take it with you. So go ahead.
Oh boy, this news just keeps getting better. The U.S. bill, which required paid games to be playable after the shutdown, has failed to pass a state Senate vote.
I saw that. Yep, I saw that.
And this happened, I think, before PlayStation announced that they were killing discs.
Yeah, because it was the same day that all that stuff went down, I believe. But yeah.
Oh, Christ. Keeps getting better. Quantic Dream staff is going on strike as they reportedly plan to lay off 115 employees. According to the dev, Star Wars Eclipse is dying and cannot be finished under the current circumstances.
That's great.
Yeah.
One more game off the list.
Yeah.
Another one bites
Hey
the
guys, I've
dust,
only
as
been
they
playing
say.
video games for like 40 years, so I don't really know the answer to this question. Is it important to have video games
No,
to play video games?
no, you don't need it.
Well, that's good to know.
We need to go back to the what was the system that just had the numbered carts and then you put the thing on the screen?
Oh, yeah. That had the overlays.
Yeah, the overlays on your
Oh my
Zenith.
God, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you talking the
Odyssey, right?
Magnavox
That's the
Odyssey?
Yeah, the Odyssey.
Yeah.
The Odyssey.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Literally had like 8 carts and they all just had a number on them.
Yeah.
And then like to play football, you had to do like complicated math.
Yep. We need to go back to the
The
Odyssey.
problem in this modern economy is they I don't know, claim that the cards had some sort of AI component and they charge you $170 per overlay.
That's fair because they got to
Like,
print
that's
that
true.
shit. You know.
Yeah, he's what he gonna do.
Proprietary plastic.
What? Not proprietary plastic.
I mean, gamers love plastic.
They
Oh,
do.
they do.
There's 2 things gamers love. It's mazes and plastic. Lenovo warns that high memory prices will likely never go back to a pre-2025 level and that this Ramageddon is the new normal.
Hey,
We already
Lenovo,
figured that.
we
Lenovo.
already knew that.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not saying anything new.
Yeah. Read
Everybody
the goddamn
understands that
room.
already.
Like, just
Yeah.
coming out here and saying what we
What you
know.
I
Let's
mean,
jump him.
Fucking
Like,
hat on a hat bullshit.
yeah, that is the definition of a hat on a hat right there. This is crazy. I can't even. I legitimately can't even. Like, gaming's gonna die if this shit doesn't come down in price.
Man.
No, I do think that we're in store for hopefully a resurgence of. So the nice thing is everything's fucking expensive and systems are fucking expensive and it's expensive to make all these big high profile games and all that stuff. The good news is it's never been easier to find tools to build games. And the tools themselves have never been easier either. So hopefully the tools give us an opportunity at a sort of renaissance of smaller creator built games that aren't powered by a 700 person studio.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I feel like we've had that for like the last decade.
Well, we have, but what I'm saying is if we truly get sort of this
you're saying if we
Armageddon
crash and we can't buy new consoles,
again,
kind of thing.
It's a constraint, right? It's a constraint on the industry, not just a constraint on a creator. It's a constraint on the entire industry. People will find a way to work around that constraint. It's one of the few things we do well as human beings.
I was waiting on you to be like, life finds a way.
The game industry will find a way.
There you go. Chaos theory. Nacon is.
There you go.
There you go. Nacon is reportedly shutting down Midgar Studio, the developer behind the nearly finished Edge of Memories.
Well, I guess you're gonna find that game on the edge of your memory.
They just released a demo during the Steam Fest.
Yeah.
Guess it wasn't finished enough.
That's gotta suck.
Was not finished enough. Yeah, that's awful.
Mm-hmm.
Other Side Entertainment lays off 18 people from Thick as Thieves team. They already laid off 17 earlier this month and canceled a game codenamed Argos.
Argos.
Wasn't that Ben Affleck movie?
Yes, Thieves. The game I reviewed.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Damn. All right.
GTA going to be in the news. Unionized GTA staff accuse Rockstar of growing gender pay gap, no bonus transparency, and normalizing crunch. I was waiting on the news in that.
Yeah, I was going to say, all that sounds pretty well established.
Yep. Cyberpunk 2077 has sold 40 million copies.
It's a good game.
That's an excellent game.
He's like, that's a good game. Never heard of
good
it.
for them.
Never heard of it. Persona is getting a live action adaptation on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't. Did it say which one? Because I don't know.
Just
It's
says
probably gonna be
Persona.
5.
I don't know.
Okay, because I mean, I doubt it's going to be an original whatever. I'm sure it's going to be based on one of the games. But yeah, I don't. Whatever. Well, but their One Piece live piece Wow, live action.
That's what they should have called it. Live piece.
Live piece? Yeah, they should have actually. But yeah, it's actually pretty good. And I didn't watch the anime because it's way too many episodes.
I was
But
going to say, isn't it
watched
like
that.
12,000 episodes or some crazy shit like that?
Yeah, it's like I think it's like might be like 1,200 now, but it's over 1,000.
Is it still going?
Yeah, the show is not
One
done.
Piece? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yep, my kids watch it, and I'm like, nah, man. They be like, come on, Dad. I'm like, nah, I can't. That's too many.
Like watch? No, you like the maid from Family? Like, no,
Exactly.
no.
No.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners 2 is coming to Netflix this fall.
That's cool. First season was good.
Netflix is
Sad, but it was good.
Netflix is like, we gotta justify that $30 price tag and the fact that every fucking profile is gonna need an email going forward.
100%. Wait, what?
You didn't hear about that?
I didn't. I haven't had Netflix in a while myself, so I didn't know that they. What?
So like, you know how you can have like different profiles for different people in your house?
Yeah.
You're now going to be required to have an email address for each profile.
Oh my God. So that means the other ones will soon follow suit because I do have like Disney Plus and stuff, and like the kids have profiles or whatever.
Like, motherfucker,
Jesus.
we don't need an email for everybody. If you want to check my IP so I'm not sharing, that's fine.
Right,
Like,
and that's really what it is. Like, just ping the IP. Like, Jesus.
Like, stop making me, because you know how troublesome it is to go in there and set up accounts on these fucking things? Like, stop it. Onimusha Way of the Sword. Oh, positive news. Onimusha Way of the Sword was moved up to September 4th.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I saw that. Someone posted that in the thing. Yeah, that's awesome because that demo is a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that game.
Yeah, me too. I really like that demo. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered is coming to Switch 2 on August 11th. And Turok Origins was reconfirmed to be releasing this fall.
That looks fun. They didn't have like a big presence during the stuff, but they like released gameplay and a couple of videos during the summer stuff that I saw, and that game looks good. Saber continuing to kill it out here.
Hey, we forgot about Sony's other rake they stepped on. Marvel Tokon.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did forget about the other rake that they stepped on.
130 countries. That game cannot be purchased on PC only, right? Or is it PS5 and PC?
No, that's PS5 and PC because you
got to have a PlayStation Plus account.
Yep,
yeah,
because of that.
Great.
Yeah, like because we didn't learn from the Helldivers debacle, so
Yeah. Also, Cruisin' Blast has been delisted from the Nintendo eShop, which sucks. It's a great fucking game.
Okay, I didn't know which one that was. So many cruising games, I feel
Let's go cruising. Oh, it's a great game. Oh, just scrolling to see if there was any news since then. Jesus Christ, what a week.
You know what? I would be cool, and I'm saying this as a older gentleman, if they, if consoles crashes and whatever, bring back arcades, man. Arcades were fun. You go to an arcade, you hang out, you get to see people you ain't seen in a while.
Man, that requires you to go outside.
That's what I'm saying. We all need to go. That's what I'm saying. That's why it would be good because we all need to go outside. I'm gonna keep it a band. We all need to take our ass outside.
Hold on.
Holla. Let me holla at you.
For a second, I want you to think, Terrence. Think about arcades, okay? I know you're old enough to remember them. Remember the smell.
I was gonna say y'all need to take some of them quarters and buy a stick of deodorant.
See, that's why these would be
Ryan over here with his
no better actually.
Ryan over here with his optimism that they take quarters.
Right.
But I'm talking to the arcade.
No, that they take quarters.
No,
Ain't
them games are gonna take $5 bills.
$5 bills,
Talking
man.
about, you said, do you remember what it was like in the arcade?
Yeah, back in the day.
Oh, back in the day, yeah,
And
sure.
I was saying, yeah, I remember what it was like in the arcade. Why don't you take some of them quarters and buy some deodorant?
Yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty smelly.
You can smell it right now, can't you? You can smell
I
it.
can't. Oh God, it was not good.
Unlocked a dormant memory in your brain of that smell.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, it wasn't good. But I'm just saying, that would be good because we would have to go outside, because everybody be like, we never have time to see each other anymore. Well, now we would be forced to because we have to go to the arcade to play our games, and we say, "Oh, Ken, what's up? Ah, Ryan, how you doing? All right, good." You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, call Anthony on fucking video phone, put him up on the screen or some shit. Be good.
Oh, that's funny. There's a guest character coming to Guilty Gear Strive. Hopefully they fix that connecting to server issue.
Who's the guest character? Was that dude from Fist of the North
It
Star?
didn't. No, that was on Fatal Fury.
Oh, Fatal. Okay.
They haven't announced who the guest character is. I hope it's somebody from Blaze Blue, just as a troll.
I only know the one character, Ragnaros the Blood or something. That's the only guy I know from Blaze Blue.
Yeah, but I mean it's the same team that makes that game. So
Yeah, true.
that would just be funny. It'd be like them putting the Joker in Mortal Kombat. Oh,
yeah, that
twice.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah, he was in it twice.
Forgot about that.
Oh shit! Mecha Chameleon's now over 15 million copies sold.
Crazy.
That's a lot of.
My son and his friends like that game.
Yeah, my son, he doesn't live here anymore, but he was telling me about it. He plays it all the time with his friends.
I'm glad people enjoy it. I will never play it.
No, I won't either. But I'm definitely glad. He was telling me about it. He was hyped talking about it. I'm like, damn, okay, all right, y'all having a good time.
That's it. That's everything I got. It's been a week.
He definitely has. Hopefully this week is calmer.
You're funny.
Maybe get some good news.
You realize
trying to be optimistic.
You realize what's happening right now as people are listening to this, right?
Yeah. Oh God, that's right. That is supposed to be this week.
It's definitely happening this week. It's definitely happening this week because the quarter ended. Go ahead.
Sorry, what's happening?
The layoffs.
Everybody getting fired.
The layoffs, yeah.
Oh.
The quarter.
So they gave them the holiday.
Yeah, the quarter ended right before the holiday weekend, and now on Monday.
Man, I just call in. Hey, before I come up there and waste this gas, am I about to be fired? Like, be for real. Because just know. Like,
just try to log into your email before you come into work. Like, well.
Right. Like, okay. Yep. They got me. All right.
It's going to be nasty tomorrow. And I think PlayStation was expecting Microsoft to announce these before the holiday weekend, which is probably why they put that tweet out. They knew it would take the heat off of them.
I bet. Yeah, I can see that.
But they did not.
Nope.
I want to say, I saw a lot of people out there. Y'all are delusional in the gaming world. I'm sorry. But I saw so many tweets this weekend of people being like, Microsoft has a chance for the easiest W ever. I was like, Xbox ain't going to win by announcing physical discs.
Right.
That's not going to happen. They're like, they would totally win the next generation. Like, no, they wouldn't. There are not enough people who care about physical discs to win a generation. Especially when y'all can't fucking afford the console to begin with. I will be very interested when these consoles launch to see if they sell out at $1,400, $1,200, whatever they cost.
Same.
Because I can't fathom anybody on this show buying one.
Mm-mm.
And we are the audience. So, I don't know, man. I'm just gonna go play some Battle Arena Toshinden.
It's fine. I'm gonna go continue my takeover of New York.
I forgot. Yeah, I was playing God of War 3. I'm playing through that again.
I saw you say something about that, and I was like, "Damn, I actually would like to play through God of War."
I know a lot of people don't agree with me, but those games feel so much more epic and fun than the new ones do.
I've said that too. Yeah, and people they don't agree, and I'm not taking anything away from the Norse.
Oh, I love 2018. God of War 2018 was fucking fantastic.
Those.
Yeah.
Well, the first one I didn't play the second one, but I enjoyed the first one. But I don't know. I just always accounted for my just love of Greek mythology is why I just love those so much more. But yeah, it's just something about them old school ones, man. Angry Kratos is something else.
Also, like when you roll up in an area and it zooms way out and you could fucking see like the massive architecture and stuff, like like the dialogue. It's like I just made it to the Hephaestus part where he's just sitting in the chair, he's like big giant ass motherfucker, like banging on the gavel, and I was like, this is so epic. This is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
I forgot how much I love those games. So I'm playing through 3. I think my next, like, I feel like I'm a little nostalgia. I might go play Dante's Inferno. That's another game I love.
That. I don't think I finished that. I'm on the Cleopatra fight, actually. That's where I stopped.
Oh, man.
Play that.
Let's play. See, we don't need new consoles. Let's play old games.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we have so much stuff, backlog stuff that we play. And it's, it could play. It's just, yeah. If gaming had to take a dip right now, I really think we would all be okay. We would be fine.
We'd probably be happier.
Probably would, honestly. We have more money in our pocket, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. Anyway, if you want to send us your thoughts on all this mess, you can send them to Twitter at ZTGD Podcast. You can send them to Blue Sky at ZTGD Radio, and you can email us at podcasts@ztgd.com. That's it for this week. Try to stay cool out there, play some video games. Play some old video games. Fuck these new ones. Anyway, that's it for us. Unless anybody has anything else, we'll get out of here. Peace, bitches.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.